Welcome to This Week This Morning, the weekly video that gets you up to speed on the week's most important developments for your business and your taxes. With tax day finally in the rearview mirror, our attention now shifts to the next round of stimulus that is beginning to take shape. This week, a bipartisan bill was introduced into the Senate that would allow small businesses who received a PPP loan of $150K or less to receive automatic forgiveness. All the business owner would have to do is sign a one-page form attesting that the loan is eligible for forgiveness and that the business complied with the requirements of the program. If this bill were to become law, then 86% of small businesses will avoid the headache of applying for loan forgiveness. And many businesses would probably find, if they went through the existing application process, that they made some sort of mistake in trying to get full loan forgiveness. However, with a one-page form for automatic forgiveness, these mistakes would likely never see the light of day, which would result in many more businesses obtaining full loan forgiveness than would otherwise under the existing rules. So overall, if you're a small business owner that received a PPP loan below $150K, this could be great news for you. Another important part of the next coronavirus bill is whether or not there will be a payroll tax holiday. Currently, President Trump is stating that he will not sign a bill that does not contain a payroll tax holiday. And unlike the 2% tax break received under the Obama administration, Trump wants to entirely eliminate the 7.65% tax, which includes Social Security and Medicare, for a set period of time. There isn't much support for this in Congress, but some sort of payroll tax holiday may very well get pushed into this bill due to Trump's strong position on the issue. And the last major discussion point I want to hit on here is what's going to happen with unemployment benefits. Specifically, the weekly $600 PUA bonus that has been added to regular state unemployment benefits. It's set to expire before the end of this month, and it's our belief that it will be extended via the next coronavirus bill, but for a lower amount than the current $600 a week. The exact amount is likely to be somewhere in the $300 to $450 range, but it will depend on the income limitations of the second round of stimulus checks. So higher income limits would lead to more taxpayers getting stimulus checks, which would lead to more spending in this bill, which would actually lead to a lower weekly PUA so as to keep the total cost of the bill down. The bottom line here is that it will be extended, but it's highly unlikely it will remain at the current $600 a week. And finally, a developing topic that we're keeping an eye on here is a potential tax credit for businesses that incur costs for reopening, such as PPE and COVID testing, that could be up to $1,000 per employee. We'll touch more on this as the legislation begins to take form, but for now, do what you can to segregate these costs on your P&L so that this tax credit does come to fruition. You'll have the info needed to claim the credit. And if it doesn't, you'll still have a meaningful data point in your financials, as these expenses should, hopefully, not be a recurring expense, God willing. That does it for now. And the last thing I'll leave you with is that if you have a tax accountant in your life, chances are they are exhausted and potentially a bit cranky. So give them an adult beverage, and chances are you'll have a much better interaction with them. Anyway, we'll see you here again next week.